Hello everyone, this is Persephone and here we are in a new SISYPHEAN beta video where I'm going to tell you all the things no one else will ever tell you because society wants you sick, miserable and paying to barely survive. Okay, so today's topic is something that I keep hearing from many guys, that is, I'm really going out, I'm trying to communicate, I'm paying in online dating sites and yet I can't have any success and I can't find any woman that likes me. So what's going on? Why is this happening? And I have noticed over the years it's a pattern of behaviors that men do that make me want, like, it starts from me disliking them, to me being repulsed by them, to me outright cursing them to die. And I refer this in black magic terms, and you don't want that, and I also don't want that because the bad karma comes back to me, yet sometimes it happens. So you're going to say, okay, Persephone, what did those people do to cause such extremes? And I'm going to show you a specific example of behaviors. If you do those behaviors, that's the reason no woman likes you. Okay, out of the record, pure black pill content and comments whining about why are you so brutal will be removed. Thing number one, being a smartass and telling other people their job. If I had $1 every time some moron with a small dick and a small brain contacted me with the new business idea, the new outfit idea, the new how to run your channel idea, I wouldn't need any job, I would be a billionaire. Okay, I say that because I have made multiple videos about that in the past. You can go back on the videos where I trash talk men. There are people who literally have no business, they are unemployed or they work some dead-end job or they rot in their mom's basement and they approach me and they say, you know, your channel would be much better if you did this and that, or you would be much cuter if you did this or that, or you would be much more successful if you dated me and we traveled the world together like a dumb piece of shit told me once. Now you're going to say, okay, what is wrong with giving advice? First of all, unsolicited advice is always wrong. No one asked you. Okay. Second, the people who actually have advice worth giving, they're not going to message me and give it for free. They're busy. AKA bigger YouTubers. I have yet to see a YouTuber with a following of at least 100,000 messaging randoms with advice. So immediately by your behavior, I understand your advice is not much worth. Second, I always encourage my fans to offer their advice in the comments. But at the end of the day, it's still up to me if I want the advice or not, and if I'm going to take it. And that takes us to the worst step of not only being a smartass and giving unsolicited advice, but actually insisting over the advice and trying to fight me and trying to debate me. Recently, I had a person who started recommending me to blog on Pinterest for $300 a month. I'm going to just say $300 a month isn't even the bras that I'm wearing. Okay, it's like, for me, it's not a lot of money. And definitely not something that I would put work in and day out for. So I thanked this person. They said I'm not interested in Pinterest, and he continued and continued and continued until he got blocked. Show some respect to other people in a sense of, you may not think much of YouTube, or you may not think much of coming, or you may not think much of me in general. I don't care. That doesn't give you the right to think you can do my job when you've never tried to do my job, and when you have watched a couple of videos or talk to a couple of other fake goddesses and think you can do it better than me. If you want me to respect you and to take you seriously that much, do my job, be better than me, be one of those YouTubers with 1 million followers, and not only I will be listening to you, I will actually take you seriously and thank you. So in general, that doesn't apply only to cam girls, it applies to everyone. Don't be a smartass with other people's jobs and don't give unsolicited advice. Behavior number 2. Immediately assuming that you have a connection with the other person, that you would be good to date the other person, acting desperate, acting pathetic. Okay, I'm not going to even be nice in this video. Every time I open Reddit, I see at least one video or at least one article of a guy saying, I've been talking to this cam girl and I don't tip her every time and she's so nice, she has even talked to me and said personal things about her. Do you think we have this special connection? Do you think I can date her? And the blind leading the blind in the comments, like other losers like this guy, are saying, yeah, dude, just try it, give it your shot, like do your best, like hit on her. So I'm clearing this up again once and for all. If you tip someone for their company. Doesn't matter if it's every time, once a week, once a month, or if you buy them stuff, or if you do stuff for them, like edit their pictures or their videos, they're not into you. If they were into you, you wouldn't have to do that ever. Thing number 2, a cam girl telling you real things about her life. If you see the stories that I have come up with in the past, because when I first wanted to teach goddesses on OnlyFans like a year ago, I decided that I'm going to spend a month trying various personas on various cam sites and see what's going to be the best for the new girls who join, because I have my own brand, but my brand is not for everyone, you know? Not everyone has autism, not everyone has this like black pill honesty, so I had to try different personas. And there are a number of people that they are so sure they know real me and they don't know anything. They know Brenda from Jerkwater Heights who loves ice skating. So when you talk to a person on the internet, it's safe to assume most of the things that they say to you are bullshit to get your money. Okay, hard, but this is how it is. And even if someone does like you, let's say someone does like you, okay? I'm not going to say that because I make it sound like everyone who contacts me is some deformed centipede with a twin stick. No, even if I like someone, let's say very much, okay? Let's say I like them 7 out of 10. Would I really uproot myself to go meet them or waste my time to date them or respond to their marriage proposals? Not necessarily. Because I have so much more other things that are more important for me right now. So to assume that just because a woman likes you, she would actually bother to date you, that's pretty like getting ahead of yourself. So a lot of guys that you give them an inch and they take a mile are extremely annoying, and it is a behavior that you should not be doing. And if you want to get a better idea of what I'm saying, I'm going to help you in this one, and this is a tactic of the like incels on the incel forums that I was parasitizing for years and years taught me. You create a Tinder account of a very handsome man. Use pictures of a very handsome man temporarily, then you're going to take it down so no one is going to be implicated. Just create a chat account for a day or two and see how women respond to men who are extremely handsome. This is the type of response that means that the woman likes you. Just a guy saying hi to you in the morning and good night to you at night because you bought his Snapchat for 300 tokens doesn't mean anything. So don't act disgusting. And this is like, take my advice for it, because if you go to any cam girl forum, you're going to see women saying, oh my god, like desperate men, I hate them, I don't want to talk to them anymore. And it makes you look like really, really sad and pathetic and annoying. Behavior number 3. Talking about stuff that no one else gives a shit about without actually reading the atmosphere in the virtual or real room. There was a guy who wanted to talk to me once about historical warfare in specific countries. I'm not going to be very specific. I'm a person that I love history and I have no problem making these conversations, but this was a live streaming on a campsite. So when you have a room with over 100 people and someone wants to start a conversation about warfare in specific historical periods, that's going to empty your room immediately. And I tried explaining to this person that if he wants to buy my OnlyFans and discuss whatever he wants there, that's totally fine, but I can't do that right now in the middle of a live stream. He didn't like it, he said that's what I want to talk about, and he got banned instantly. This is usually something that autistic people do. I learned to not do it over the years. For example, just because one of my special interests is cats, that doesn't mean I can go somewhere and talk about cats for 3 days straight and make everyone around me hate me. So try to come up with some appropriate conversation topic for the occasion, for the person you are talking to, or if you don't know what to talk about, you can simply ask the other person questions. This is a tactic from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and be interested in them. And that makes you look way more nice than the person who is actually blabbering about something that he only cares about, ignoring the people around him. Okay. Last tactic that I want you to stop doing is being overly generic. When I see people saying to me, I like long walks and I'm a foodie, I want to strangle them with bare hands. You like walking? You like eating? Oh my god! How unique! No one else likes that. Or I like having a holiday. Another thing no one else likes, right? If you want to stand out and to charm women, And I'm talking about men whose penis is over 5 inches. If you're under 5 inches, this video has been pointless. Vasectomy, chastity, serving a goddess, and removing yourself from the gene pool. Okay, I'm talking about someone of at least average height, at least average penis size, at least average financial situation, and not bald. If you are bald, it's time to start saving for that hair transplant. I'm not going to accept any excuses. Women go through so much stuff to look good, and you just deteriorate from ugly to uglier without having any hair, and you can't bitch on my channel. And someone had the nerve to point out Bruce Willis and say he looks hot. Yeah, nitpick the one actor who looks good bald, and come to, like, what? Prove me wrong, because what you're saying is actually the exception that proves my rule. But okay, I'm not going to make this into a roundabout bald men in denial about the problem. I'm saying if you are average, at least in everything, because if you are not, try to get to that level first. If you are average, at least in everything, you have to become interesting. I have people who are messaging me and they work at the bank or they work on IT, which is both very useful stuff. No one knows exactly what you do, no one cares to know, and you have to develop stuff outside your job that makes you look interesting. Saying that you love breathing, walking, talking, and I don't know, masturbating, it's a dime a dozen. And you can't keep a woman interested this way, and she's going to be interested in a guy with a bigger dick, with more money, more handsome than you, or more charming than you. And I say that because there are a lot of things that you cannot control, but being an interesting person is a skill, okay? In order to be interesting, you have to have two things. Thing number one is be interested in the other person, ask them questions, get to know them, be honestly excited about something that happens to them and it's good, be sad, or appear at least. Make them feel special. And thing number two is have things to talk about that they are special. You can pick up hobbies, even something as watching movies can be, oh, I just watch whatever comes out and is popular, versus, oh, I have this specific type of movies that I'm interested in. Even that can make a difference, because you can find a woman who's interested in the same style of movies, for example, horror, and you can actually bond over that and share your favorite movies. Or you can just find some other boring person. Usually the women who watch whatever is popular and eat whatever is popular and listen to whatever is popular are very hard cases, because they expect the man to entertain them. And usually they end up the couples that they constantly have to go somewhere to eat, to travel somewhere, or to go see something, to have something to talk about. And that's a very expensive relationship, and it lacks substance in my opinion, so I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, I'm sorry if this sounds harsh, someone needs to tell you, because I see people sleepwalking through life, no woman is interested in them, and they don't even understand why. So to summarize this, don't show up and start talking about whatever interests you while disrespecting other people. Don't act boring, don't be boring. Have preferences. If you never had them, it's time to develop them. Don't act smartass, don't start giving unsolicited advice, especially when it comes to women. A lot of the time women want someone to listen to them and they don't want actual advice. I'm not like that because I have autism and I have a kind of a male brain, you could say, but a lot of women just want someone to listen to them. So when they come to you with a problem, you can always ask and say, what can I do to help you? Is there any way I can help you? I'm here to listen to you, but besides listening, is there anything else you want me to do? That's something that most guys will not do, and it will place you ahead in the game, okay? Thank you for watching.